Welcome back to a new episode of Home Course. Today we're just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, which is home to tons of pro golfers. But today we're going to be meeting up with 8-time Pro Bowler and Hall of Fame linebacker Brian Urlacher. Brian and I have spent a lot of time with each other off the course. Today we're going to check out his house, check out his country club, and dive into his passion for golf post his NFL career. Come along, let's check it out. My buddies and I, we tee it up as much as possible. And although we hack it around as much as anybody, my job is to keep morale high and make sure the boys have their Corona premiere. Oh man, you're gonna need one of these. It's all good, man. I got you one of these.
Thank you. Did you see where this went in?
No clue, dude, but I got you one of these. Good times. Another great day out on the course with the boys is your light beer premiere.
Hey,
what's
guy.
up, man?
How you doing?
Just doing good, man. Thanks for having us, man.
Come on in. I guess this would be called the workout room that I don't work out in, I guess. Got the sauna, the Peloton. Couldn't tell you the last time I used the treadmill.
Well, it looks like you're working out pretty good. You're still in hell of shape.
Yeah, Arizona, working outside, riding the bike. That's all I do is ride my bike.
Yeah, don't waste the good weather.
I don't lift anymore. I don't, I do push-ups and sit-ups probably 3 or 4 days a week, but I try to ride my bike 5 or 6 days a week. It's great. I love it. I can eat what I want to when I ride.
Take advantage of the beautiful
weather. And this
is
I guess the only, if you want to call it trophy place I have in the whole house. All my jerseys and everything are gone. They're in storage.
They're all in storage. I mean,
that's it.
This is pretty, so these are all game balls throughout your career?
Yep, these are all game balls, and there's some random trophies in there. There's some from college, there's a couple from the NFL, there's the fake bust from the Hall of Fame. But these are, I think, pretty much all the game balls I got over my 13 years.
So when you enter the Hall of Fame, what do you get from the National Football League exactly?
Yeah, from the NFL you get, so the NFL is not associated with the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Okay.
They're like two different entities. It's weird. So yeah, you don't really, you get your bust in Canton, but I don't remember receiving anything from the NFL.
You get the gold jacket, right?
The gold jacket from the Hall of Fame though, yeah, not from the NFL, yeah.
Well, this is plenty of game balls here, which thus earned you the right to go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I tricked them. I didn't realize, early on in my career, I didn't realize that you would, I'm glad I kept them because I didn't think it was a big deal. When I get them, I was like, I'll just put them in my locker, maybe save them, whatever. But you start accumulating them over the years, and it's cool. I'm glad I saved them because I think some guys don't save them.
So, what moments stick out to you most throughout your career when
There's
you look through these
the
balls?
NFC Championship game. Oh, right here it is. The 33-25. This is not the NFC Championship. This is the one. We played the Saints, but that's a different Saints ball. I don't even know where it's at. There's the one versus the Saints that we beat them 37 to, I want to say 13 or 19 up there. I still know where the ball is. That's a big one, It starts snowing at Soldier Field there's a Super Bowl ball that we lost over. Oh no, that's right there. That's the Saints ball. I saw the Super Bowl emblem on there. I thought it was for a Super Bowl. See the top up there?
There we go.
There you go. 39-14 at Soldier Field. Lost the next game. Didn't matter. But
That's tough.
It stunk, bro. Should have played better. And then this one, the ones are cool. You clinch your division, everyone gets a game ball for that, or you clinch, the home field, whatever. Lovey was always good about giving us, when you get game balls, it's like, damn, this is cool. So I think he's trying to find ways to give you game balls.
Yeah.
Everyone, and it's nice when everyone got one because something big happened.
Yeah, that's cool. You see, some of these are much more faded or older from earlier in your career.
Here's my first interception versus Detroit in 2000. Look at this ball. It's just beat up.
So these are the original game balls.
Paul Tagliabue was our commissioner back then.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's how you
That's
go.
gonna age it.
So and this is my second interception versus the Bucks, the same year, 2000. You see they're right on the ball too.
Yeah.
And I didn't think this, when you get them in the games, I never thought to take the ball to the sideline. But our teammate, Tony Medlin, our equipment guy, would always, he's like, give me the ball. So he would take the ball and put it in the bin, and then it'd be in your locker painted up when you got back. So it was always pretty cool. to see what you got. And then obviously you can get stuff if coach decides you play good enough to get a game ball, he gives you one as well.
So getting drafted by the Bears, like walk through that experience for me, like the feeling of, hey, I'm drafted, I'm in the league, and then just I'm going to Chicago, a very storied franchise, especially in the linebacker position.
Yeah, you know what was crazy is right after my season was over, or when the NFL season was over, Mel Kiper had me going number 9 to the Bears. That's where he pegged me. That's where I went. You know, I went to the combine. I had a really good combine. I wasn't going to do anything at the combine, but one of the coaches from the Bears was like, "Why aren't you running?" I was like, "I was instructed not to run." He goes, "Do you have something to hide?" I was like, "It was Coach Blosh. I remember him, and he was my D coordinator my first 4 years in Chicago." He goes, "You have something to hide?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Are you fast?" I go, "I feel like I'm fast." "Are you in shape?" "Yes." "Then why aren't you running?" He goes, "There will never be another situation where every coach, every GM, every scout will be watching you run. You need to run." So I ran. I did everything. I'm glad I did because I ran a 4.5 something, did all the testing drills well. And then, you know, it's your pro day at New Mexico, there's probably 5 scouts there. So he was right. And then I don't know if that's why they drafted me, but I ended up doing it all at the combine and they drafted me. Didn't know anything about the Bears when I went there. I knew Walter Payton was. Yeah. That was about it. But you learn quickly defensively what's expected of you. From the fans, from the organization, because you know we have the most Hall of Famers in the NFL, NFL history. The Bears, I think it's 27. I think Steelers are second with 26 or 25. But yeah, you know, you learn real quick what's expected as a defensive player there.
So growing up in New Mexico, you were a big Cowboys fan.
Huge Cowboys fan.
Still are.
Still am. I mean, obviously, I root for it's 2 teams now. It's the Bears and the Cowboys, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I grew up early '90s. Emmett, Troy, Michael Irvin, I can name 40 guys, by the way, I won't name them all. But yeah, I just, you know, we watched them every Sunday. My brother was a Redskins fan. And the only reason he was a Redskins fan is because my dad and I liked the Cowboys. So, of course he chose the Redskins. So it was always fun when we played the Redskins. But yeah, man, I grew up, and I got to play Dallas Stadium, actually AT&T Stadium in 2010 was the first time I got to play there. Yeah. Because in 2004 I was hurt. We played them on Thanksgiving. I didn't go, I was hurt. And then we didn't play them again until 2010 at Dallas. Then we played in 10, and then 2010, 2012 we played at AT&T. Unreal. Yeah. And you know, my hometown's like 6 hours from there. So there's a ton of people from Leventon there. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
But we won both games.
Well, they're playing great this season, man.
They're good. Micah Parsons, whoa.
Yeah, they've got a hell of a team. So
they're unreal. I love Dak. I love their defense is just getting after it, man. They get to the quarterback. They get takeaways. Micah scores. They're good, man. And they run to the football. That's what I appreciate guys. Like the more I watch football, the guys who play hard every single play. Because you don't have to, you know, they're going to pay you either way. But the guys who play hard every play are the guys I appreciate watching. Yeah.
During your career and getting into retirement, I know you dabbled into doing some analyst stuff for a year, which is like almost as much travel as restrictive as being a player, right? It
was worse than when I played travel-wise. So I would leave on Saturday. I would get in the studio. Sunday morning we were in the studio, but pregame. And then we'd be there after the games were over. We'd be there doing a post-game show. Then Monday we'd do a show. Tuesday we'd do a show. Then I go home Tuesday night. So traveling from Chicago Saturday to LA, back to Chicago on Tuesday, it was too much. You know, I retired because I wanted to be home more and do my own things, and plus my body hurt. But I wanted to be with my family, and it kind of defeated the purpose. And plus TV, it's hard to be honest on TV. It's hard to say what you really want to say because when I played, I didn't like people talking shit about me. I hated it, and especially former players because they know how you feel. You don't know what guys are going through during the week. You don't know what's going on personally. You don't know if they're healthy. You don't know because after week 1, no one's healthy unless you're a quarterback or a kicker. No one's healthy after week 1, so you don't know what guys are going through. So I never liked talking about guys because I didn't know what they were going through, like the real story. You know, you see what you see on TV, but you don't really know.
Yeah, well, they're not sharing much with their injury reports and stuff too, correct?
You don't want to, you know, especially Belichick. Yeah. Belichick puts 36 guys on the injury report. They all play. I love it.
Yeah. So NFL Defensive Player of the Year, what accolade or what awards do you get for
what do you get for that?
Yeah. Not another shot on the back.
There is something in here for the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not sure. I don't know which one it is. They do send you on a trophy for that, you know. But now the awards are so different because they have the NFL Honors Show, and the guys all get, you know, they have that big TV show for the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Yeah. We didn't have that when I played. It was like,
just announced.
Hey, you were voted NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Good job.
I see.
Our media guy called me. Scott was like, hey. They just told me you were a defensive player. And we were on a bye week because it was during the playoffs. We had a bye week. I was here in Arizona, and we played Carolina the next week. But he called me on a Friday. He was like, "Hey, they just voted you defensive player of the year." I was like, "Oh, that's great." Blah blah blah. And that was how I found out. It wasn't like it is now.
Are you
like,
serious? That was
no,
that?
that's how I found out. I was pumped though, man.
So me being into golf, my eyes keep gravitating towards this bag over here. You got to walk me through this because this has got to be one of the coolest sets of clubs that I've seen.
These will never be hit, obviously. They're staying. My buddy Bryce, you met Bryce, gave this to me. This is my Hall of Fame gift from Bryce. He got the gold encrusted by. So Mr. Parsons has been really good to me. Bob Parsons, the owner of Pigs, he's been great to me. But Bryce went to him and asked him if they could make me some clubs like this, and they engraved them. You know, NFL Hall of Fame. So the number 318 is my number that I was in. I was the 318th person to go in the NFL. I'm sorry, the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So that's why the 318 is synonymous with these. But BU, NFL, it's cool, man.
I mean, that's awesome.
It's a great gift, and he gave them to me. And so they weren't ready until probably a couple weeks after the Hall of Fame was done. So he's like, "I got your gift, but it's not ready." So, okay. I had no idea what it was, but when I got them, I was excited. You know, the bag is cool as hell. It's just clean. And like those clubs will never be hit unless I'm in really, you know, unless these other PXGs stop working, I will not be using those.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch those. I mean, the bag, everything about
the bag's
so cool.
Sweet. Yeah.
What a cool gift that is.
Yep. He did a good job.
That's a good buddy you got right there.
He's all right. You know, we have our spats.
So you got the golden tee, you got the big buck HD, big gamer.
No, so man, my house in Chicago, I probably had 20 games.
Yeah.
You know, I had a big game room, and I've grown up since then, obviously. But we had the golden tee. But they'd come update the game every year for me because it was in Chicago, the company that made them. They also made Big Buck Hunter. My kids love Buck Hunter. Now the guns don't work. Yeah. It's an old game now. But yeah, we just brought these with us. They're the ones that survived the move from Chicago to here. But yeah, and we didn't put the golden tee screen on the wall.
Play hours of golden tee.
Dude, my hand would just be torn up from that game. I would literally go in my game room and play golden tee for hours. You know? I think my best score was like 31 under through 18. I just try and beat that. And you can quit during the middle of a round and start over if you don't make an eagle on a hole.
Exactly.
That's what I would do.
I've been there.
Didn't eagle it, gotta start over.
I've been there before.
I love it.
I want to talk to you about this picture on the wall too. I mean, this looks pretty awesome. I want to get the story behind it. So
I was at a signing, I want to say we were in Vegas, and Dick was there and his son Matt was there. And he showed me this picture and he goes, "Would you like one?" I go, "Hell yeah, I'd like one." I go, what prompted this? And he goes, "Some guy just thought it'd be cool to draw you guys in a picture." And obviously we didn't play together. We were about 40 years apart, I feel like. But and then he signed it and I signed it. It's really cool, man. I'm such a big fan of the way he played. He could not play in today's game because he's too violent.
Really?
I mean, he actually hit people. So, you know, in today's NFL, it's just, he's too violent to be on the, I mean, physically he could play because he was fast, he was big, but I'm just saying the way that he played the game would not fit into the game right now because he gets suspended or fined every game.
I mean, speaking to that, with you playing in the early 2000s into the teens, like, the game has slowly progressed to be more soft.
Yeah.
That was starting to happen probably more towards the tail end of your career. But like, what was that like for you being a linebacker and being a physical player?
So it never changed the way I played or the way I thought. So it at the end of my career is when they started paying more attention to the concussions and stuff like that. It became more prevalent. But at the beginning, I mean, I wore one helmet my whole career. Really? I never changed helmets. I had my rookie year till year 13, I had the same helmet. Wow. I'm not sure a lot of guys can say that. And I had one major concussion. I probably had some dings in there. I think everyone gets dings when you play a long period of time, but nothing crazy.
Oh, that's a cool piece.
That's really cool. It's just the detail is unbelievable. I think that's Bart Starr, Johnny, or 15 is Bart Starr, right?
Yep.
And number 5 is it Paul Hornung for the Packers?
Yep.
Just cool. The refs look old as hell. Just a cool picture, man.
Got a beautiful family. You got 3 kids.
Thank you. Yep. This is the memory area, I guess. A little different hairdo.
Yeah, I was saying.
Back then, I want to say that was like 2000. Oh, this is 2015. So I just got it done, like right after that, I think. And the kids were like, so now she's 21, he's 17, she's 18, Jennifer's still 25.
Smart
but
man.
Yeah, There's some good stuff over
So
here.
walk us through the hair. So obviously throughout your career, bald Brian, just took your helmet off. I always remember you bald and you had the mark on the forehead.
The red mark on my forehead all the damn time.
And now we see you around, you got full head of hair. So walk us through that transition.
Man, so this hair company is called Restore Hair in Chicago, approached me about getting it done. And I was like, I like being bald. I had a good shaped head. I was used to it. And then he was like, you can get the procedure done. If you don't like it, you can still shave your hair. There's no scars. And I was like, all right, I'll try it, blah, blah, blah.
Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose, yeah. So I did it. And my hair started growing back in. I was like, Jennifer was like, it looks good. I was like, are you sure? I mean, I don't want to. And my kids even, they're like, yeah, that looks good, And then I told you earlier, I was at Chick-fil-A and one of the girls in the line was like, you look young. I was like, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping the hair. I'm keeping the hair. I was like, I'm keeping the hair. It's staying. But yeah, the big thing was there's no scars in case, and I can still shave it if I want to. But now I'm used to it. Now I see myself like that picture. I'm like, ooh, you look so different. Now I'm used to seeing. Well, look at I had good hair in high school.
Oh,
I had a sweet head of hair back then.
A little throwback there.
Yeah, but then it left right at about 21 or 22. I decided to start receding.
Yeah. So throughout your career, I've always been amazed how sports like golf, it's taken me to crazy situations to meet amazing people to be here, with you today.
Sure.
Tell me some of the stuff throughout your career where you've just been presented with an amazing opportunity to meet some people that are like, wow, I need to pinch myself.
Well, I think my favorite one's obviously when I got to go to the White House and meet President Trump. 2020 in March, we met some of his security guys at a game in Soldier Field. His detail was there. They were Bears fans, and we gave him a jersey. And if you guys ever want to go to the White House, let us know. I was like, yeah, we'd love to go. So we stayed up for March. We didn't know we'd get a chance to meet President Trump when we went, and we saw the tour, this and that, and then we're on the lawn. I don't know what all the terms were. We were on the lawn, and President Trump flew in the helicopter, and he gets off, and he points, and I guess he's pointing at me, but I was like, and he goes like this, and I was like, hey, and the Secret Service guy goes, he's pointing at you, and he goes, go out there. I was like, okay, so I go out there, I shake his hand, he goes, where's your family? I said, right there. Just couldn't be any nicer. My family all came out there, he shook everyone's hand, took pictures. Just a normal guy, man. He was so nice, and there was 10 or 12 of us there, and then all day long we couldn't go in the Oval Office. They're like, no, it's off limits, you can't go into that part of the White House. We're like, no problem, whatever. And then he gets, and then we take the pictures, and he goes, you guys want to see my office? We're like, sure, we'll see your office. So we all walk back to his office, and we literally spent 30, 45 minutes in his office talking to him. Gives us all gifts, hats, took pictures. It was unreal. It was such a cool day. I never, football obviously opened a lot of doors for me, but he's such a nice guy, and I got a chance to see him again at Bedminster at the Live event. But it's just a good dude, man. He just super nice, and my kids he was very nice to all of us as well.
Let's take a look out back.
Yes. Oh, here we go.
Got the beast out.
Yep. Come on, you good, man? You all right? You okay? Oh, here you go. Here's my guy. This is why we have so many golf balls. Because of this dickhead. All day. This is what he does.
360 or something.
He would go sideways and do a herky.
Yeah.
And then catch it.
Come on, show him.
Being shy.
Come on, Tacho. Oh, Landry, come on. Pretty good athlete, isn't he? I love playing golf in the summer. There's nobody here. Play 36 a day. You can play in 5 hours because there's nobody out there. I love it. It's my favorite time to play golf. And the courses aren't in great shape because they're a little wet, but you can fly. I love it.
So pulling in the neighborhood, what I loved about this, it feels like you're away from the city and now you're kind of into more of a country territory. So.
That's exactly. So when we moved here, I don't know how she found this house, but we were looking. The place we used to live kind of got over. It was getting really busy. So this is closer to everything anyway. There's a lot more food choices, and it's close to Scottsdale. But then you drive in and you're like, oh, I'm not sure. And then you see these houses, and they're all acres. They all have 1 acre, and it's unincorporated, so we can do what we want to. We can have the animals, but yeah, we love it. And the people we bought it from redid it 2 years before we bought it. It's amazing. We love it, man. We've been happy since we moved here.
Oh, that's great.
It's more of our speed, if that makes it. More of our tempo, kind of not too bougie, as my wife would say. Bro, my kids now come out here, we'll play for hours. So fun.
Oh, it's been a minute, but
same here. I haven't played. They played last night. I didn't. I didn't get invited last night.
We used to play for hours in college. We had one of
In
these.
high school, we would go in my buddy's garage and play all week. That's all we did. I know a lot of guys on tour play ping pong, don't they?
Oh yeah. Kuchar is like.
I heard Cooch is good, yeah.
He could almost be like an Olympian ping pong player. Oh, damn. Well, so when we pulled up, I saw some animals back here,
Yeah.
and I had no idea. So
Like,
this is even less than what you had before, too. So I'm excited.
oh yeah,
to show
Chicago
everybody here.
was 60-something animals. This is a little less, but yeah, we have this whole. I don't know where they're at right now. Oh, they're over here probably. Oh, I think it's lunchtime for them too. 12:30. Yeah, we'll throw them some hay. They'll let you know when it's time to eat. Usually, Donnie, one of our donkeys, will bray at you when he's hungry, but I don't hear him right now.
So, I mean, growing up, were you always around animals? Did you live on a ranch or?
No? We had dogs,
Okay,
but
yeah.
nothing like this. And then the reason we got animals in Chicago, we started with 2 rabbits,
Okay.
and then turned into 10. That's my guy. That's Donnie. He's gonna feed me.
Donnie's hungry.
There's Donnie, and then Axel, the other donkey, and then big old jerk Teddy over here, and then Sophie's laying down. But yeah, they like the hay.
Hi.
Yeah, but I didn't grow up with animals. I grew up with dogs, but nothing like this stuff. And then we just kept acquiring animals in Chicago. We literally, alpacas, llamas. We had like 20 goats. We had like 20 donkeys and mini donkeys. And then we just kept acquiring them. And the kids, we had 2 foxes, like little baby foxes. Oh yeah, the chickens are here too. We got chickens. We get like 3 or 4 eggs a day from the chickens. It's unreal.
That's awesome.
I can't eat eggs from the store anymore. It's not the same. I thought about putting a golf green, like in the back corner over there.
Uh-huh.
I just worry. Well, first of all, these guys will tear it up. But I could put up. I do have a mat. I brought the mat from the other house, but I worry about my neighbors' houses. That's what I worry about. In my other houses, the green was far away from everybody, but this is a little close, so I don't want to pepper anyone's houses with golf balls.
Yeah, I have mainly for putting, but I've hit some shots and I've had some near misses of windows to my neighbor's houses.
Yeah, at my other house, I definitely I hit some balls off my house into the windows and stuff. But man, it's amazing how good, like when you do chip all the time or when you putt, how much better you get. And when you don't do it for a while, like so we've lived here for almost 2 years, and I can tell a difference in my chipping. Because when you're chipping out, like even if you're just practicing, you nip it every time.
Yeah.
And now I get on the course and it's like a little fat, it's a little thin. The contact isn't there when you're practicing doing it all the time. Because I go out in my backyard and just chip for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
when did you pick up golf? Was it been your whole life, or did you pick it up when you started playing with the Bears?
I wish I had played when I was a kid, but we didn't have any money, so it was different. Golf's expensive.
It is a very expensive sport.
So I played one time in college. I went to school with Hale Irwin's nephew, Blake Irwin. He played linebacker. So I played one time with Blake in college. And then my rookie year, I bought my first set of clubs. Didn't play much, I stunk. And I played sporadically throughout my career, mostly in the off seasons, because during season, plus I lived in Chicago, the weather stunk. But when I retired is when I really got into it. When I played, I was probably at 11 or 12. And then I retired and I got down, I was like a 1.5 for a while.
Wow.
Now I'm back to a 4. But I just love it, man. And now that I can't compete anymore at actual sports, it's fun to compete on the golf course or on my bike or whatever I'm doing. But it's great to get, living in Arizona. There's a million courses here you can play.
You're surrounded by great courses.
It's fun, man. I love it.
What's the strong point of your game?
Right now, putting.
Really?
Yeah, you know what? My driver's good right now.
That's the best part to be good at.
Yeah, if you hit greens, it's great. My worst part right now is my damn irons. And it's not my irons, it's me. I hit my driver really well right now. I just cannot hit a damn green. It's frustrating. I'll have 120 and miss a green.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It's a little gap wedge and I can't hit the green.
Well, that's why we're not playing professionally on the weekends,
yeah, but
right?
you should be able to hit the green from 120 yards.
Yeah.
Or I should be able to.
So, the landscape of golf has changed a lot this last year. What's your take on all that, and just the golf, the sport of golf,
Yeah.
really just evolving and now dividing, if you will, with the professional level.
I love golf. I love more golf. I think LIV is great. I think any chance you get, for me as a fan, I'm not just a PGA Tour, I'm a golf fan. I watch,
Sure.
If women's golf's on TV, I'm watching women's golf. If college golf is on, I'm watching college. If drive championship and putts on, I'm watching that. I love watching golf. So the more opportunity I have to watch golf, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
So it sucks that it's really gotten as divisive as it is. That's a good word right now these days, right?
Yeah.
It's really divided. It's too bad it's that way. I get it. You know, I think most of it. I really think some of the guys who are saying the most are jealous that maybe they didn't get the offer they wanted to go to LIV. That's my feeling. I don't know if I'm right or not. I could be wrong. I'm probably, I usually am, but it's just too bad that they have to be divided. You know, they could. John Robb said the best thing ever when Eugenio won down, or what was it? He won in
Thailand.
In Thailand.
Yeah.
He was happy for him. You know, everyone else was like, oh, it wasn't a real event.
Yeah, that was cool.
The field was strong, and John had just won his in Spain, correct? He just won his event. And he's talking about Eugenio in a great way. You know, he just won his first pro event against a great field. Be happy for him.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. You know, I like the way John approaches it.
That's very classy.
And John, he's a classy dude. And he even says, you know, the Ryder Cup, they should be the best players.
Yeah.
You know, the President's Cup didn't allow them, obviously. But, yeah, it's too bad that they're divided. But as a golf fan, I think it's great because there's more golf, and I like the way the LIV structures their events. You know, I know a lot of people are mad they're getting to wear shorts. You know, it pisses people off that they get to be comfortable on the golf course, especially if you're a pro, you can't wear shorts. But yeah, I just think it's great. And like I said, you said we went to the Bedminster, played in the Pro-Am, unbelievable. It was so fun, you know.
Yeah.
You actually get to hang out with the guys playing golf. They're all there on the range at the same time. They're eating together. They're all around because they all tee off at the same time. So it was just cool to be around everybody at the same time, and just, you know, they're all cool as hell. It was kind of relaxed. It was just fun.
Well, the team thing was really cool. At first, I had a hard time really seeing what that was going to evolve to, and just this last week they had the team championship.
Yeah.
It was cool to see the format where it was stroke play, everyone's shots counted.
Yeah.
And it was interesting, you know. And you had like Pat Perez, for instance, made a ton of money this year. A lot of it was through team play, but like he held his weight that last couple rounds and like helped them win the championship, which was cool to see. It made it interesting, and
it's just different, right? I think that's what people have a hard time with it being different as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're used to being this format. It's been this way for so long. The world ranking's been this way for so long. It's not a bad thing to change sometimes. You know, I think the game has to evolve. But it was just so fun to watch. I liked the format of that event. It was, at first I had to really pay attention because the screen on the TV, you know, there's so much
it was moving around.
I'm just like, what the? You jump around so much. But you know, the best team won. Obviously, GJ's team was the best. What a great year he had.
Yeah, I mean,
unbelievable. I mean, what, 38 million bucks on the golf course?
Up, man.
Unbelievable. I mean, hey, you're the best player on that tour. You're gonna make some bread. It's amazing how good they are to me. I don't care what level you play on. You have to appreciate what they do. Whether it's LIV, the PGA Tour, the LPGA Tour, DP, whatever it is, college, they're good.
Yeah.
You know, and especially playing the game now at a low level like I do, just to see how good they are and to watch it in person is amazing. And they hit the ball. Like the middle of their clubs, there's a spot that big in the middle of their irons.
Yeah.
Mine is all over them. My face is this big, and there's spots all over my damn face when I hit the ball. They're amazing, and it's a fun game. So fun to watch. I literally could watch golf all day long.
Well, dude, beautiful house out here.
Thank you.
Beautiful family, and animals, man. I was blown away to see. This is scaling back from your last run of animals. You had over 60 animals. I can't even comprehend that.
Where'd the donkeys go? Oh, come on, Teddy.
Once they got fed,
he took their food. He's a real dick, by the way. Every once in a while, he and I may get in a little scuffle. I mean, his was over there, right? I fed him and he was over there.
Oh, yeah.
And then he comes over here and he muscles them out of their food.
Infiltrated Donnie and
Such
Axel's.
a dick, man.